Hi everybody, it's Ian at Jessops and you join me here in Italy. Actually no, it's not, it's Dublin, but I'm here with Sony to have our first look at the Sony A7R Mark IV. What a beast. Okay, so this is the first time I've got to hold and play with the new Sony A7R Mark IV. Incredible resolution of 61 million pixels. It's nicknamed the Beast and I can absolutely see why. So ergonomically, this camera has had a few upgrades. Firstly, the memory card slot, rather than a switch like it used to be on the 3, we've now just got a push and out it comes. Also, a lot of you will be pleased to know that slot 1 and slot 2 have been reversed, so we start with slot 1 at the top. The grip is a lot deeper, same battery, so nothing's changed there, but it just means that you've got a nice tight grip. The buttons themselves, I feel they're slightly more raised. They feel a lot more positive when you're actually pressing them as well. Joystick, again, easier to move on this model as well. Oh yeah, cheeky over the shoulder, mate. Cheeky over the shoulder. IAF is absolutely exceptional. Obviously Sony has set the standard for this. This camera makes no exception. Locks on straight away, follows the model regardless of their movement. Incredible. Sony have put on this amazing set for us and we've got two incredible models here just to really test out 61 million pixels of resolution under fantastic light. So far I'm so impressed with the IAF, I can't even describe it, it's incredible. Even picking up on the girl's eyes through the glasses in some instances. So with this camera, 61 million pixels, Sony have not only had to think about, a huge resolution, but together with that, they needed to think about how well the sensor was going to perform in terms of ISO and also the camera's image stabilization system. Both of them have to match and able to deal with that 61 million pixels. Both are absolutely superb. I just wanted to give some context around the frames per second. So it's 10 frames a second at 61 million pixels and some astonishing results that we got at the actual launch event, as you can see on the screen. But to do that, Sony have had to increase the buffer and they've done so to give you up to 68 pictures in burst mode. That is truly fantastic. When in Ireland, it will be rude not to have a cheeky bit of whiskey with an ice cube. Let's give it a go. So not only have Sony launched the A7R Mark IV today, but they've also launched a brand new grip for it, which takes 2 batteries, a brand new microphone and an XLR adapter. So it really adds to the ecosystem for both photography and videographers. In terms of video, the camera runs at 4K at 30p, but downsamples from 6K, so it gives you a lot more detail to work with. Another welcome addition for videographers is the focusing system. Using the same technology as it does for stills, it uses IAF tracking, along with touch tracking as well. So you can simply touch the back of the screen. If you're at a wedding or something like that, it will then follow. And more importantly, if it focuses on somebody else and perhaps the bride and groom, you can press the AF on or the shutter and it will readjust. That's absolutely golden. Okay, so I've got the touch tracking on. The AF is just kicking in, it goes from face to eye. We get the model to walk forward, spin around, continually tracking, pick straight back up on the eye. I don't need to worry about anything apart from the exposure and the composition. When you've got live IAF kicking in, you can see that little green square hopping around, keeping on focus with the eye. You absolute confidence that you've nailed the shot and you can see it straight away in the viewfinder. Brilliant. In terms of workflow, it now gives you hybrid log gamma, S-Log2 and the new S-Log3. Up to 14 stops of dynamic range, so plenty there to work with. There's absolutely loads to go through on video, so keep an eye out for our dedicated follow-up. New tethering options from Sony means that you can actually Wi-Fi connect your camera straight to your laptop, see it in live time, no wires. Nice. So I thought I'd give some macro a whirl. I've got the 135 1.8 on. Not a macro lens by any means. In fact, the closest distance is 70 centimeters on this lens, but I want to see how that resolution performs. Oh my word, that is absolutely insane. Again, it just shows off the versatility of this camera. 10 frames a second, you know, portrait camera, landscape camera, 61 million pixels, also means it's an incredible macro camera as well. And you don't need an expensive macro lens, although that is obviously quite an expensive lens, but not a specific macro lens. I'm going to use it for macro anyway, because you can. Sony have really listened to their users. Now I'm outside and I've got some beautiful daylight, you really can appreciate some of the refinements like the viewfinder. Not only is it stunningly clear and bright, but also your focus point is grey that turns green when it's focused, it's less distracting. And small things as well, like the nano coating on the back of the viewfinder, much easier to clean. So I wish I bought a tripod. Because in a beautiful location like this, amazing architecture, I could really give the new pixel shift a spin. And now before it used to take 4 shots to increase the resolution, the new A7 IV takes 16 shots using pixel shift to create an eye-watering 240 million pixel image. Now the use for that is very specific. Obviously you need to make sure you are dead still, no movement from your subject or from yourself. So very niche and specific uses, but for things like architecture and control conditions, fantastic and gives you incredible resolution. Having got back to the studio, you can really start to see that 15 stops of dynamic range, whether it's in the studio or outside in daylight, and you've got some great macro shots. The edit capability is just off the scale. This camera ticks so many boxes. Whether you're a portrait photographer or a landscape photographer, going to utilize that 61 million pixels, a ginormous resolution. Or if you're a sports photographer, you can go into the APS-C mode and actually shoot at 26 million pixels at 10 frames a second. If you want 10 frames a second at 61 million pixels, that's possible too. This camera truly offers so many different options. You'll be pleased to know that this camera is available for pre-ordering now. You can do that in store or on Jessops.com, so please check it out. If you've liked this video, please give us a like and don't forget to subscribe and click that all-important bell icon. Hope you've enjoyed the video and we'll see you again soon.